Thank you to Chef for their generous donation as a YouTube member.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. As many of you have requested relentlessly on my birthday on TikTok. Also, for the record, this is a message from both me and Dine. We don't understand why you fucking keep asking me about the development of this game. I don't make this game! Oh, whatever. Anyway, I know in the last episode, I said that I would be returning with the Darius route, but that was however the fuck long ago, and now, after remaking all my save files, because my computer wiped them all, the fucking finale of Spencer is out, and it's probably dictated as such in the title, so I'm just gonna shut up and let's go. Oh god, here it is. Day 35, the final day of Spencer's route. This is nuts to even consider, bro. There's probably gonna be multiple episodes, by the way, because I got warned that this shit is long. You woke up to find your arms around. The first paragraph back after a long break. I'm sorry. It's just funny. I'm sorry. You woke up to find your arms around something soft and warm, so you hugged it tightly and pressed your face into it. You realized you were hugging a pillow, not your boyfriend, so you rolled over to grab him instead and found the bed was empty. Oh god. No Spencer? He came home last night, right? Yeah, because I rubbed his feet before bed. He had a nice boner too. But he was so tired I didn't mess with it. You rolled onto your back and yawned. I wonder where he is. Maybe the bathroom? As you pondered, the smell of food wafted into the bedroom and into your nose. Is he cooking? Oh boy, I should go and check it out, I guess. I hope there's some stomach medicine in his bathroom. You only peeked into the kitchen to see what was going on. Oh my god. Well, it's technically censored. You're good. Spencer was at the stove, rocking his hips back and forth with his tail swishing along with his movements. He would glance over at his phone on the counter from time to time to check back to what he was doing. Whatever he's making smells good, and it looks like he's enjoying himself. You could hear him singing quietly to himself while he danced around in front of the stove, and he remained hidden to watch him. Jeez, he's so damn cute and hot. Just look at him. Part of me really wants to walk up behind him and hug him and grope him, but I don't want to startle him. I really hate for him to get to burn himself because of me. I suppose if I make myself known. You debated on what to do and enjoyed the show a little longer before stepping into the doorway of the kitchen. Not only does something smell good, but something in here looks good too. You saw him flinch and he only turned his head slightly to glance at you. How long have you been standing there? Just a few minutes. I was having a good time watching you. He stepped up behind him and put your hands on his hips, tucking your fingers under the waistband of his jock. His tail wagged furiously against you, and you put your chin on his shoulder. So, what's going on in here? I wanted to make you something for breakfast today, so... You noticed there was a video playing on his phone of someone cooking, and he had a couple of pans on the stove with food cooking in them. French toast and scrambled eggs sound good? It does. It all looks pretty good, too. Good! I was watching this video of a guy making it, so I hope it turns out to be edible. I'm sure it'll be fine. Your hand slipped around towards the front of Spencer's body, and you worked your fingers through his pubic fur as you tugged him back against you. And what made you want to wear this outfit while making breakfast? I thought it might be something you'd appreciate waking up to see. Was I right? Yeah, absolutely. I do love getting up to see all of this in the morning. I apologize. You pulled a hand back to give his butt a squeeze and a rub. Maybe I'll make it a habit on the weekends then. That'd be a good habit to get into. When your fingers grazed against the base of his... Ay caramba, it's the fucking morning. His stiff shaft, he bumped his butt against you. All right, that's enough teasing. This food's about done, and I don't want it to burn because I let you get carried away. Okay. Now let's have a little more fun after breakfast. Get that food to the table and let's eat. He sat down and leaned on the table while watching Spencer. It wasn't like you never saw him in this outfit before, but there was something about it being in the privacy of his home that made it that much better. Did you sleep all right? Sure did. As soon as you were out, I was going right behind you. Having you with me sure makes going to sleep a lot easier. I know what you mean. Ever since you started sleeping with me, I've slept so much better for the most part. For the most part? I wake up a lot more often with morning wood than I used to, so that can be annoying sometimes. At least I'm here to help you out with that, so we can certainly fix the issue if it becomes too much of one. I'll remember that next time I wake up with one and you're still sleeping. He laid out a couple of plates of food and handed you an empty plate before joining you at the table. All right, give it a taste and see how it is. The eggs tasted fine to me, but the French toast I haven't tried yet. Looks pretty perfect. Don't imagine there's much you can do to mess up either of these things. It's pretty easy for me to over or under season something, since it's hard to know unless you taste it. You've made me a little nervous to try it. Just taste it. You took a bite of the eggs first, and there was nothing strange about it. Eggs taste just right. You added just enough salt and pepper to it. Good. I watched a video for the ratio of salt and pepper to eggs. It's easier if I use something like that than my sense of taste to try to get it right. Try the French toast now. You added a splash of syrup and took a bite of the food. This tastes great too, Spence. It's all a perfect breakfast to wake up to. I'm so glad to hear it. I want to be able to cook for you more often, so I'll be practicing. Unfortunately, that means you'll be subjected to testing everything I cook to make sure it tastes right. Well, as long as you aren't burning food, I'm sure it'll be fine. And if I taste it during the cooking process, you can season it accordingly. Oh, jeez. My lungs tried to escape my body for a second there. Yep, that's true. So many recipes say add salt to taste, but that doesn't do much for someone who can't taste food properly. I just as well cook without salt and let you salt your food to how you want. We don't need the extra sodium anyway. It's not a bad idea. Give that a try. Now, excuse me as I enjoy the delicious bounty my amazing boyfriend has prepared for me. You're excused. Spencer looked more than pleased with himself as he watched you devour your breakfast. He wasn't slow about wolfing down his meal either. You sit there and relax while I handle this mess you've made. He didn't even try to clean as he went. Goober dog. I can help at least. It'll be faster. Nah, you just relax. Let that ankle of yours rest. How is it feeling, by the way? Feels a little stiff, but it's nothing bad. I'll rub it and stretch it for you when I'm done with this. Hot soak in the tub might do it some good, too. A hot bath does sound like a nice idea, but I don't have a tub. Ah, duh. That's right. I guess a hot shower will have to do. You can sit on the floor, and I'll treat you like a real dog and scrub you down, really pamper you. I don't... Ugh, that made me uncomfortable a little bit. I can't tell if you're joking or not. I'm serious. You can relax and I'll wash your fur. I'm sure you've not showered since you got home from work last night, have you? Not yet, I haven't. And I bet that jock you're wearing needs to go through the wash before going back to work tonight. Dots. I didn't wear it to work yesterday. It's mostly clean still. Now that you mention it, I guess you were wearing normal underwear when I got your pants off you the other night. I really showed off your boner while I was rubbing your legs. Dots again. I'm gonna start the shower. You just come back there when you're done in here. By the time the water is hot, I should be done. Spencer stepped up behind you and gave you a kiss on the cheek, and then slipped his paw down your underwear and grabbed your butt. After a few quick scratches over it, he left you alone to go get his shower started. I sure do love seeing him get flustered. Need to make quick work of these dishes now so I can go join him. You put all your focus into cleaning and rushed off to the bathroom once you were done. I bet there's some nudity after this, so here we go. The door was mostly closed, and you pushed it open slowly to just poke your head in and catch him by surprise. He was sitting on the floor and leaning back against the wall as the water ran over him. Do you even need me in there with you? You look pretty relaxed on your own. Strip and get in here. My fur isn't gonna clean itself. Demanding, are we? You're the one that made the offer, so you can't get my hopes up and not do it. He scooted towards the center of the shower to make room behind himself. Strawberry has come to save us. All right, I'm coming in then. He stepped into the steamy shower behind Spencer, grabbing his soap bottle and plopped down on your butt with him sitting between your legs. Oh, and now he's gone. So for the time being, we can remove the fruit bat. Boosh. There's something soothing about sitting in the shower like this. It feels nice having the warm water. I ran out of breath. I haven't done this in a while. It feels nice having the warm water shower down over you, huh? Mm-hmm. It's relaxing. You dragged your fingers through his wet fur to help the water soak all the way through it. You started between his ears and worked down over his neck to his shoulders and back, and his tail wagged lazily against you. As much as I'd love to be in a bathtub, I have to admit, I'm really enjoying this too. I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet either. I don't know what you're talking about. All of this is the good stuff. Hot water, rubbings, and pettings, boyfriend. I think it'll be even nicer once I start massaging the soap into your fur. You poured a generous amount of lavender-scented soap onto his head, and his ears flicked around as you started kneading into fur. Sorry. Oh, you're right. Spencer slowly drifted backwards and ended up lying against you while you worked the soap into his fur. Time for nudity again. There's a lot of man on the screen right now. There's a whole lot of man. I'm gonna have a hard time handling your back if you're on top of me like this. Head and shoulders are fine. The soap will run down through my fur. I'm gonna give you a thorough scrubbing all over. You can reach my chest from there, right? Yeah. Did you fucking arm look like he's gonna choke him out. He's so buff. When did the main character get so fucking jacked, dude? Take care of that first and let me enjoy this. I like being against you. Oh, fine. I'll do that instead. The back of his head ended up resting against your shoulder, and you moved your hands to the thick fur around his neck. You were a little rough with your task, but you were gentler when your hands moved around to his throat and the underside of his muzzle. You felt a constant vibration in his throat as deep growls let you know that he was enjoying what you were doing. Another glob of soap was squirted onto his chest, and you spent extra time massaging his pectorals. How does that feel to you? Your chest? Uh-huh. It feels good. I really enjoy getting to touch your chest. Well, I guess that goes for your whole body, really. What's your favorite spot to touch? My favorite spot? I don't think I have a favorite spot. I love all of you. No, depending on how you look at it, my favorite spots to touch is wherever I elicit the best reactions. You took a moment to grind his nipples between your soapy fingers, and he groaned loudly. See? I got a great reaction, so it's my current favorite spot. I can tell you another spot that'll get a good reaction out of me, too. I don't think you have to tell me where that spot is. My hands will find it soon enough, because I'm gonna make sure all of you is clean. His body tensed when you gave his nipples another round of teasing, and you resumed rubbing soap through his fur. You took a little B of, it's a B-E, you can't see it, of extra time running your hands around his chest, and then even more time walking your fingers through the fur that hid each one of his abs. I need to hit the gym again, or these guys are going to start to disappear. Between playing tennis and dancing, I don't think you have to worry too much about that. Playing tennis and dancing aren't enough to keep them around. I need to do more. Even if I couldn't see your abs, I'd still love y'all just the same. I'm happy to hear you say that, but I do want to keep them how they are. This too? Your hand slid down over his stow match, and you played at trying to grab, with no luck, whatever extra fat you could find. That too. I like how my body looks, and I'd prefer to keep it this way. Would you prefer me to look a bit more like you? I have a bit of extra fat on me. Very little. You've got some good muscle going on in there. I'd tell you for sure, like, y'all can't see it because of how I got a thing, but his fucking arm looks like bigger than Hulk Hogan's fucking 36-inch pythons, brother. Also, fuck Hulk Hogan. What matters to me is that you're happy with how you look. If you're happy, then that's what counts. I'm gonna love you regardless. I didn't fall in love with you based on your looks. The way you just said that. Don't even. Your looks are just a perk for me, not why I love you so much. I do think you're hot too, you know. I've done my fair share of ogling you, but I'm far more discreet about it than anyone else. You should make it obvious sometimes. That way, if I notice, I can make sure to tease you a little bit. What, and have you putting on a show for whoever else is watching? Not hardly. Like you aren't always putting on a show for people. Well, that's my job, though. It doesn't change the fact that so many people have openly ogled you while you tease them purposefully. I suppose. Maybe I should just get up on stage again and put on a show while you're out serving. You don't have to do that. I get what you're saying. Wouldn't you enjoy watching it, though? I would, but I'm a jealous dog, and I want to keep you all to myself. I know that's hypocritical of me, but I can't help it. I'm trying, though. Spencer, I'm just teasing ya. You clasped your hands over his stomach and pressed your head to his. I know you're a jealous puppy and don't want anybody else looking at me like they look at you. And yes, it is a little hypocritical, but it's not something I'm going to hold against you. Personally, I don't mind as much that you like to show off for others. It's your body and you're proud of it. Show it all off if that's what you want to do, and is getting paid for it. Entrepreneur. I'll be there to support you, because I know at the end of the day you're mine, and that's what matters most. That's absolutely true. I'm yours and yours alone. Just like I'm yours and nobody else's. Pushed your fingers through the fur on his belly and worked down to his crotch to find him half erect. Not by the looks of what I'm seeing, but of course y'all can't see that. I suppose you like what I've been doing here, huh? Yeah, it feels great. Wonder how you'd feel if I told you about what I think we should do tonight. Oh, I'm curious to hear. I'm not sure I should, though. Might end up just thinking about it all day. And I don't know if you'll survive an all-day boner. It's something sexual, I take it. You grabbed his dick and gave it a few gentle tugs, encouraging him to grow fully erect, and at this point, I'm gonna have to skip. Sorry, guys. I'll recap it afterwards. See you after the edit. Okay, so it wasn't anything too scandalous. They talked about a plan for something that they've mentioned they wanted to try before. A certain position of that we've seen demonstrated before, but with an added twist. And then cleaning all of the front, and now they're gonna do the back. Do the back now, y'all. Spencer sat up and leaned forward so you could watch his back for him. His tail wagged slowly while you scrubbed him from top to bottom, making sure to give the fur-covered appendage some gentle attention, too. Lift yourself up so I can get your butt. I've been sitting in soapy water, so I'm sure my butt is fine. Lift yourself up so I can get between those cheeks of yours. I can handle that when I stand up. Lift yourself up, I'll do it now. No. You decided to dig your fingers up under his butt, and it resulted in the two of you struggling and laughing on the floor of the shower. Spencer howled in protest and shoved himself back against you, pinning your wrists to the floor at his sides. We shouldn't be fooling around like this in the shower. Someone could get hurt. All you had to do was let me finish washing you. I'm sure that's exactly what you had in mind. I'm plenty clean enough, so I think it's about time to wrap up this shower. You sure you don't want to sit her a little longer? I'm sure. We've been in here long enough. You have to help me dry off anyway. And then brush you after to make sure your fur looks nice. That too. Spencer started to push himself off the floor, and in that moment, you swiped your fingers through the cleft of his butt. Come on, man. You got a wet tail smacked across your face, and Spencer glared at you. That's what you fucking get. He said no, motherfucker. Sensor bar, courtesy of Paul Diggs, has now been deployed, as I imagine there's going to be two people naked on the screen at the same time, and one fruit bat cannot handle that much. Do you want me to bite you? If I say yes, will you really bite me? It won't be a gentle nip, that's for sure. I don't think I want you to bite me right now. Then behave! His towel was tossed at you, and he spun around to turn the water off. Now get to work. Yes, sir. After working Spencer over with the towel, you had to use the blow dryer to finish him off. That's not the only way you want to finish him off. His fur looked chaotic after that, so you moved to the couch with him to brush it straight. The whole shower thing was a ploy just to get me to brush you more, wasn't it? The shower was your idea, so don't try to pass that off on me. I've been taking care of my fur for most of my life and can handle it well enough on my own. Does that mean I should stop and let you handle it? Nope, because it feels way better when I can just relax and have someone else do it. He was on his chest, lying across your lap while you brushed his neck and back, so you slapped the flat side of the brush against his butt. So, what do you want to do until you have to go to work? I was thinking we could go to the cafe for lunch. I really want to thank Hal for sending food home for me last weekend and for giving you the time off to take care of me. That's a good idea. I need to get next week's schedule from him, too. I hope he remembered to put me down. I'm sure he did. We'll have a good lunch, then figure out what to do after. All right, sounds like a plan, then. While you brushed him, you noticed him playing with his bracelet. Hey, I've been meaning to ask if that bracelet has some special meaning to it. You rarely ever take it off, and I always forget to ask you about it. I'm surprised I've never mentioned it either. Pink is the color generally associated with breast cancer awareness. He spun the bracelet idly around his right wrist while he talked. I got the bracelet from Granny the day she told me she had it. She has cancer? Had? They caught it soon enough, did a double mastectomy, and stopped it completely in its tracks. It's been a few years since that happened, but I keep wearing the bracelet as a kind of good luck charm. Sometimes I worry that if I don't wear it enough. Trailed off and sighed, resting his chin on the arm of the couch. It's silly to think such things. I'm not much of one to really believe in luck. I don't really think it's silly if it's something that offers you some kind of comfort. You think so? Absolutely. It's kind of like how people say something's a waste of time. Is it really a waste of time if you're enjoying yourself? Same concept. Guess you're right. Thanks, Adam. He rolled onto his back and reached up to pet your cheek. I'm really glad she got to meet you. It made her so happy. I just have to make sure I don't make you sad and disappoint her, or she'll come after me. I don't think you have anything to worry about there. I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I don't see that changing. People rarely do. If anything, I'm only gonna be happier. I'll do my best to make sure that's the case. And I'll do that by continuing to brush you. He put the brush to his chest and resumed making long strokes from the top of his chest all the way down to his underwear. His eyes were closed, and he looked to be in a perfect state of bliss while you brushed him. It wasn't until his phone started to ring on the table that he was pulled from his relaxed stupor. Can you see who it is? Looks like it's Darius. Darius? What does he want? Spencer grabbed the phone to answer it. Hello? Yeah, he's right here. Why? Oh, sure. I'll be back in a minute, Adam. He rolled off you and trotted off to the bedroom, shutting the door behind himself. What do those two have to talk about that's such a secret? Your boyfriend wasn't gone for long before he returned to the living room. Sorry about that. What did Darius want to talk to you about that I couldn't hear? He said it was something private, but it ended up just being a reminder for me to wear my suit to the club tonight. And he asked how much a private show would cost where I could take it all off. What'd you tell him? Let's just say I could probably make a couple of weeks worth of pay off of one show for Darius. I see. The only stipulation to you going for a show like that for him is that I get to be there too. I doubt he'd object. He dropped back onto the couch and fell across your lap once again, the back of his hands resting on his chest. How the fuck? Oh, yeah, that makes sense actually. Now, if you'd be so kind as to brush me a little while longer. I don't know if you need more. Your fur looks and feels amazing. Oh. Look at his fucking guilt-trippy face. Have I not been a good enough boy to deserve more? Don't look at me like that. Oh, whimpering. My heart can't take it. Fine, I'll brush you a little longer. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're so manipulative. I'll brush you in return. I'm not covered in fur, so that's not gonna work too well for me. I guess a full body massage we'll have to do instead. Well, that sounds a lot better. You can do that. After lunch, then. When do you want to leave for lunch? I guess in about an hour or so. There's plenty of time for you to brush me. I know you don't expect me to sit here and do this for another hour. Why not? What else do you have to do? Nothing, but that doesn't mean this is all I want to do. If that's how you feel, I guess you could stop now. He made a weak attempt at rolling off you, but you grabbed him and smacked the back of the brush against his stomach. Ash! And just lay there and enjoy this until I'm done with you. Until you're done with me, huh? Yes. What is that? You clamped your hand around his muzzle and locked eyes with him. Shush, you! Be quiet and enjoy it. Okay. If I decide I want to do something else, I'll tell you. In all honesty, I can't think of anything else I'd want to do right now that doesn't involve the two of us being naked and rolling around under the sheets together. We can relocate to the bedroom then. And ruin all the work that's gone into making your fur look as nice as it does right now. You have to wait. You have to wait now, puppy. You ran the brush down over his crotch and rubbed it around with light pressure. All you're gonna get from me until this evening is a heavy dose of teasing. Don't you growl at me. Swirled the brush around for a minute more while digging your fingers through his chest fur. When you pulled the brush away, there was no hiding the banner that, god damn it. That grew because you're teasing. Looks like oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not saying that. Shut up. He tried to adjust himself, failed, and kept his hands resting over his crotch after. He's so cute. Why do you still look puzzled, though? He doubled over to kiss his nose, and he gave yours a lick as he pulled away. You know what? I just thought of something else we can do. Hopefully it doesn't involve teasing me more. It doesn't, so you can relax a little. You told me a few days ago about a hobby you wanted to pick back up, but we still haven't gotten around to finding the stuff for it. You mean my cross-stitching stuff? Yeah. We should find that, and you can show me how it's done. Sure, we can do that. There aren't many boxes it could be in, so it won't take long to find it. Let's go look. It'll be in one of the boxes in your closet. Let's just drag them all out then. Let's go 2 at a time since there's only 2 of us. Who knows what else is in them though? You're right, maybe I should do this alone. And me possibly miss out on something fun? Not hardly. You flung the closet open and grabbed 2 boxes from it. Kinda feels like Christmas. Who knows what treasures are inside? Why is he still confused? Just what are you hoping to find in these boxes? I don't know. You opened a box and Spencer peered over into it as well. Hey, you have your own box to go through. I'm just curious about what all's in that one too. Looks like this one is mostly full of books. Boring. Pfft. There was a chance something was buried underneath the top layer of paperback books, so you moved them aside only to find more books. I recognize some of these. You used to have them on a shelf in your bedroom. I just noticed there is a poster on the wall that has nothing on it. Like right behind Spencer there. It's just an outline. I don't have enough shelf space for all of them right now, or else I would have them all out. Hey, I definitely remember this one. You pulled out a book called Counting the Stars and thumbed through the pages. You got that one for me for my birthday one year. Can't tell you how many times I read it. As you flipped through the pages, you found a piece of paper folded up in the middle of it. What's this? Not sure. Pulled the paper out and unfolded it, and there was something written on it. Happy birthday, Spencer. I saw this book at the store and remembered just how much you liked space, so I thought it would be a great birthday present for you. I hope you enjoy it. It sounds like it'd be really cool, so you have to tell me about it later and let me borrow it when you're done. Your best friend forever, Adam. I don't remember writing this at all. I suppose it meant something for you to keep it folded up in your book, huh? And now that you've read it, I remember it. I used it as a bookmark. Referring to yourself as my best friend forever always made me happy whenever I read it. And now look at us. You really are gonna be my best friend forever, aren't you? Absolutely forever. I can't imagine anything else. I can't either, so I really hope you mean it. I mean it with all of my heart, Spence. He reached out and gave his chin a scratch, and he wagged his tail wildly. So what's in your box? More books and some miscellaneous things. I don't think there's anything in here that you'd find interesting. On to the next box, then. Closed up the boxes, put them aside, and grabbed 2 more. Hey, what? You kept your hand in the box, but a loud, drawn-out squeak cried from inside it. Spencer's ears perked up, and his eyes were fixated on the box. Really? He pulled out a worn rubber ball and gave it a few more squeaks while Spencer watched it. Old chew toy? Yes. I've had that one since I was a pup. You know, come to think of it, I can't believe I never picked up on your love for these kinds of things when we were younger. I did good keeping it under control whenever you were around. Still, we did spend a lot of time outside playing catch, didn't we? We did have that one game we played where we would see who could catch the ball in the most absurdly dramatic way. We did. You never did beat my lunar comet catch. I totally forgot about that. That was when you dove forward, rolled, and caught the ball in your mouth after coming out of the roll. Yep. Almost just like how you caught the frisbee yesterday. Just about. Have to see if you can reenact that one of these days. I might even be able to beat it now. I doubt that, but you can try. We should do that with the triplets when we hang out with them. That sounds a little chaotic, but I bet the 3 of them could come up with something over the top. You rolled the ball around in your hand and gave it a squeak, and Spencer's eyes were drawn back to it. His tail was wagging slowly, and he followed your hand as you moved it around ever so slightly. Flicked your wrist and tossed the ball onto the bed, and his head snapped to follow it. Go get it. No, I know you want it. We need to keep looking through these boxes. There's only 4 left, so I'm pretty sure I can handle it. You don't even know what you're looking for. You're cross-stitching stuff. What does that consist of? Needles and thread? That's part of it, yeah. The kit that you're looking for is actually space-themed. It's a small one with all the planets and on a black cloth. That's easy enough, then. Since you told me what it is, does that mean I am not? That thing is probably covered in dust and needs to be washed before I even consider putting it near my mouth. So you're saying that if I go rinse it off for you, get another box and keep looking, you pest? He gave you a playful shove towards the closet and closed up the other 2 boxes while you fetched a couple more. Your box was another one full of random items, and there was nothing that stood out to you. Aha! Found it? Yep, I did. Here it is. Spencer pulled a package from his box and handed it to you so you could look at it. It looks neat. This would look really good framed once it's finished. I just have to finish it. I did start it. I just didn't get far into it because I got really busy. Put it back in a package and forgot about it. Same thing happened with me and my ring crochet. Oh, okay. Well, now you gotta show me how it's done. All right. Let's go sit on the couch and I'll go over the basics before we head to lunch. I'll put these boxes away and you can go get everything ready. When you joined Spencer on the couch, he already had a needle and thread laid out on the table in front of him, and he was looking at a piece of paper. He sat beside him and leaned against him so you could look at it too. What's this? Looks like a disaster. This is the pattern. Each color is represented by a different symbol on the paper. So you match the symbol with the thread color, and that's how you know where to make your stitch. You can see I've highlighted some stuff already, and that's just how I keep up with what I've already done. See, the triangle represent this shade of blue, and you can see on my cloth that I've already stitched it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. It's pretty easy to follow when you know what's going on. I picked a color that took up a lot of space so I could just keep going without having to change my thread. He picked up a needle with blue thread hanging off of it, then a plastic ring that held the cloth while he was working with. What's the deal with the ring? It keeps the fabric taut so it's easier to work with. You're stabbing the needle through the cloth constantly, so if it was loose, it'd be more difficult. Spencer poked the needle through the back of the fabric and proceeded to fill out one square of color with a couple more passes. And that's all there is to it. Just make a bunch of little X's and then match the pattern, and eventually the picture will form. You can use the backside of the design to help keep your thread in place too. All you have to do is pass the thread under the loops on the back and as you're making the stitches. He flipped the cloth over and showed you what he was talking about. The backside of his work was neat and looked almost as good as the front did. I see. Seems like it'd be pretty easy. It is. It's a nice and relaxing hobby that you can do anywhere. Should we see about getting you a small pattern to mess with too? I think I'll give it a shot. It'll give me something else to do. Maybe I'll get really good at it and be able to sell what I make. You probably could. We'll just have to see, won't we? We'll make some time this week to go to a craft store and pick something out for you. You can invite Maria to go with us too. I'm not sure if she'd like something like that, but it could be fun for the 3 of us to go out. Yeah, it does sound like fun. I'll text her and ask later. You can text her while we're on the way to lunch. It's time for us to get dressed and go. Your dog is getting pretty hungry. Me too. Hey, before you put your pants on, that was a weird transition. Oh, that was even Spencer too. I fucked that up. Hey, before you put your pants on, you want a good look at everything first? No, that's not it. Oh, so you don't want to look? No, I mean, I do, but that... You know what, just listen. I have a request to make. Whatever it is must be good to have you all bent out of shape. It's about tonight, okay? Already thinking about that again, huh? You knew it was gonna be on my mind a lot. Well, what's this request that you have? Spencer dug through a basket of clean clothes against the wall and pulled out a thong.
I want you to wear this all day for me.
That's all? Just want me to wear this all day?
Yes.
Seems reasonable enough. I can do that for you. He's gonna like sniff it or something, isn't he? I don't like smells. I don't like. I brought this on. I really liked how you looked in it and wanted to see you wearing it again. And knowing what you're wearing under your clothes, it being just for me, it's kind of a turn on. So put it on now and let me get a good look at you before you get dressed. Your underwear's already starting to push out at the thought. Just change. Spencer threw the underwear at you and grabbed his pants. Horny dog, you have no control over yourself. Whoa, my God. Holy shit, he got mad. He mad right now. Looky, I do have control over myself or I'd maul you right now. I'm not into that, but I don't suppose I'd mind some love bites.
Such a bad deployed again.
I'm gonna do more than bite you if you don't put it on now. Oh my, you promise? I swear it! Holy shit. As Spencer stalked toward you, you were quick to comply, pulling the thong on and letting the band snap around your waist. You made a few more adjustments to yourself until it was comfortable. How does it look?
As good as I remember. Give me a spin. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm hungry enough right now to where diving into that is really tempting.
Well, you'll just have to wait until later before you can have a taste of all this. I'm ready for some real food in my stomach.
Yeah, me too. Let's finish getting ready and go.